Welcome to Reaper Life 4, episode 24. In this episode, we do Bargain of Blood in the Searing Heights on R10, and we are level 20. Every episode, every quest we did at this point in the series is going to be on R10, and this begins the heart of what Reaper Life 4 was about, the feature portion of the series, and that is the high skull epic leveling content. In Reaper Life 1, 2, and 3, we only went to level 20, but Reaper Life 4 will be the first time that we go into epics and all the way to 30. Every episode is going to capture the first time that we've done these quests on R10. I've never done high skull epic leveling quests. When I say epic leveling, I'm talking about the epic lobies. You know, the Sentinels chain, the Carnival chain, Vault of Night series, and so on. I've done them on mid-skull before, but never on high skull, and we actually do all of those on R10. And what's going to make this such a special part of this series is that I think for virtually every episode during the epic leveling portion, it'll be the first time ever anybody has posted R10 videos of these epic leveling quests. When you search for R10 videos on YouTube, you typically just find legendary content. Nobody's doing R10 epics or R10 heroics. In fact, I think just about the only R10 heroic content you're going to find out there for videos is on my channel. But please make a comment if you know if somebody else is doing those. So we're really excited to share with you some of the first R10 videos ever of these epic leveling quests. And we have some really cool completions in the pipeline for you. So here we're level 20, and level 20 is kind of an awkward level because, you know, once you pump it up to Elite or Reaper, you know, these base level 20 quests like Bargain of Blood, you can actually do them at as high as level 23 for maximum, you know, bravery and maximum Reaper, maximum XP across the board. So you wouldn't typically do a quest like this at level 20, but we wanted to do a quest episode for level 20 when we decided to do Bargain of Blood because it's kind of a shorty. And it does take us a little while, a lot longer than it ought to complete a short quest like this. We do get banged up pretty good. But we wanted to compare our performance within the series by doing this quest again at level 23. So R10 Bargain of Blood is not only going to be this episode, but it's also going to be the level 23 episode. And you're going to see how dramatic our improvement is between doing this quest on R10 at level 20 versus level 23. In fact, we didn't do a lot of questing for the first few levels. Really, for the first couple levels, first 2 or 3 levels, we really just did like one quest per level, and that's our episode. And behind the scenes, we did like a lot of Slayers until we got and challenges in Evening Star until we got to level 23, which is when we would want to start doing like Sentinels chain and Carnival chain on Reaper mode. Alright, without further ado, let's get to R10 Bargain of Blood. Alright, here we go, our first epic quest together. I have no idea what to expect with this. Trying this on R10 at 20.
6 box of Reapers.
No summons. They'll just aggro unwanted mobs. We need to be very smart about this because there's a way to do this without aggroing a bunch of mobs, and there's a way to do this with aggroing a bunch of mobs. I would like to do it without aggroing a bunch of mobs.
Anyone need freedom? Okay, I'll take that if I'm them.
Famine and Carney.
Ouch.
Oh, and now we got a plague. It's fun. Carney's dead.
Getting used to the new hotbar configuration too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't even have Melted in Darkness slotted up yet. I just put it in place.
Yeah, I have a whole new hotbar and setup configuration.
Gather for a primal.
One sec. Alright, connection was starting to fall off. Had to toggle it.
Let's get this Reaper.
There's a
Don't
Reaper
don't
that
open the
can come
gate.
through.
Or up and over?
Don't open the
Okay.
gate. That's a Fear Reaper, so
Back up.
I think we're gonna have to probably go in.
Does it not come through?
I'm not. Oh, there it goes.
It
through.
came through.
Now we can open the door. Champion Archer behind you, Voodoo.
No, there's not. I got an assassin on my team. Plague Reaper. Oh man, I tried to hit Meld in the Darkness. I didn't even get it off. Holy crap. I was killed by a blood-tied pirate.
What a
I
dick.
was killed by a
Stay
crit
alive. Now we got a
crit
Vengeance
pirate.
Reaper. The Reapers are just multiplying.
Shit.
If you can, go up the ladder, pull the thing, go over to the shrine. Get the shrine open.
The lever's already been pulled.
Okay, go up to the shrine.
I think I grabbed stones.
I got one stone.
Shrine is
Fucking
open.
circle with the lever.
Oh,
Don't go too far though, we could aggro extra mobs.
well, I brought some stones with me. I think.
Twiz and I are back here
Not sure who I
by
grabbed.
the lever.
I think Icho's going to get your stones.
Very
Oh,
quiet.
vengeance is on my tail.
So was a champion blood tide guy. Circle. Now we got a despair.
Oh, we
What
got
the
despair as
F?
Well, you know, getting a good ass kicking to start with, you know, might help us with
Circle.
you
Shrine.
know, teamwork and communication.
Yeah.
Well, it always seems a little rough our first quest of the day.
Mobs coming in.
Circle. Shit.
Circle.
Nothing I can do. Hey, the Benji's going back home.
Despair's up the ladder.
Thank you.
Guys, R10s are easy. All you have to do is not get hit.
Right?
What's wrong with you? I mean, clearly you're getting hit, so just stop it.
We don't need to go back. We can just keep going forward. Now
Yep.
that we have the shrine covered.
Yeah,
do
you know,
not
it's
worry about
interesting
that
because
despair.
He doesn't look like he's aggroed.
comes up the side of the wall. He doesn't even go into that area.
What?
Yeah, he comes up like the wall to the
She's talking
north
about the
there.
shortcut method.
Oh, okay. I'd never seen it before, and I opened up the door, the gate, and he went, "No."
I told you I didn't follow anything he said. Sorry.
All right. Instead of going through the gate that we went through, we could have come around the side, jumped up in the corner, and avoided a lot of the fighting we just did.
Uh huh.
But it's too late now.
Oh.
You
It's no
can,
big deal. It's just
right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, the cheese method.
is that what it is? Okay. I had never seen it before.
And I think I just aggroed.
We're getting spread.
The
We're getting spread
despair-
out, and there's a despair.
Okay, we got mobs coming in from over the bridge. One's a light bear.
Death warded. Eat a 78 DC sound burst.
There's a Doom Reaper over by the gate, way over there. So,
I can pull it if you want me to.
let's go ahead and
running over my head.
take these mobs out. See if you can. There's a Blood Tide Spellcaster. Doom Reaper's coming in. See if you can take out that blood tide spell. Never mind. I thought maybe we could frog them or something. We got multiple mobs coming in now.
Blocked by
Including a
a
Doom.
box.
I killed her, she killed me.
Doom, doom, doom. Good job.
So, where's the line between cheese
Caster.
and just? We talked a lot about that before. Well, maybe after this.
The line between what?
Cheese and tactics.
I'm gonna shrine.
I think it depends a lot on who you talk to.
For
Well,
purpose,
like for instance, if there's a wall, that means that the wall is a wall. But if you use the wall as a ledge, then the wall isn't a wall; it's a ledge. And so you're using the wall as not intended, and when you use things as not intended, that's when it becomes cheese, in my opinion.
yeah, for purposes of Reaper Life 4, that's the kind of line that I want, generally speaking.
Well, see, I actually think that's a bad example because who says we can't stand on the wall?
Well, typically walls are walls.
Yeah, I think
Like
you have to try to
Red
understand.
is red too. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if it's a spot like this wall here where we can jump up easily and get to it, who says that's not intended? Working as intended. Now, when you're talking about, what we typically think of as perch spots, like say in Crucible in that infight, you can kind of jump up in some of the corners there. That I would agree is perhaps not working as intended in cheese, if you will. But other spots, if it's a half wall, you can jump on top of the wall. Who says you can't use that in your tactical planning?
I think we have to do
I think it
our best to understand what the devs probably intended. Like, we don't know for sure.
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's very situational, and it's really a case by case basis.
Well, if a construction worker would yell at you for doing it, that's typically what I would say. Like if you're like sleeping on a wall in the middle, because there's a wall there, and so it's like, hey, get off my wall.
So you really need to work on your examples, Jim, because
Like,
they don't apply well to the game. There's a remnant back here.
we need this Plague Reaper dead.
Lag.
Stat. Oh, is that what I... we were-
Yeah, like.
Well, in general, if it's not working as intended, that's
Well, that's what I say. You got to take it as a case by case and try to figure out what the dev's intent was in a spot, and I think that's relatively easy to do. I mean, there are some debatable spots and whatnot. People may have different opinions on, but it's not something you can easily say this is the rule for.
Behind us?
because
Behind us.
It's really very situational.
There's
yeah.
lag.
Because to
Lag
be
is
honest,
tough.
I don't think a lot of perching is technically cheesing, because like I feel like there's a lot of places where like the devs made for you to jump up on.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. When you were just saying a wall's a wall and you're not supposed to stand on it, doesn't really help, define or argue the situation, because there are spots that, if you can get to a perch spot pretty easily, then maybe that was intended for you to be able to use it there for, tactical purposes.
We don't have to try to figure
Yeah,
it
I
out.
was mostly
All we have to do is know what the devs told us about perch spots. That if we're in a spot that a mob can't reach us, then that's not okay.
Again, it's situational, because there are some spots I think that's exactly what's intended there.
Bitter race.
I just know typically, like, well, the statement "a wall is a wall," like that's just how I describe what Voodoo feels about a lot of things. Like he doesn't really support perching.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm not trying to produce videos to show people how to perch. Like, people can do that on their own. I'm not above perching. I'm happy to do it. Like, if I got a perch to get a quest done, I'll perch all day freaking long.
Remnant.
But, you know, it's, for me, it's part of the fun is trying to figure out how to
Thank
do
you.
it without that, and to show people, like, you can do it without it. Because perching is such a part of the meta for, especially in the high skull community. You know, it's nice to show the community, hey, you can do, you know, you don't have to do that.
Right.
Can I share
All I'm
names?
saying-
I like that, but as a range tune, sometimes that's the best vantage point for me to shoot.
all I'm saying is that it's a situational thing where you kind of got to go with your gut feeling, and does it feel like you're cheating in that spot? Well, then it's probably not working as intended. If it feels like, you know, I'm doing good tactics, then, well, maybe it is working as intended, and you're just taking advantage of a good
I am
tactical
so damn
situation.
lagged.
We got a champ caster here. Flame broiled.
Flame broiled,
Yeah,
grilled.
flame broiled meat.
2
I'm a
death warded
roasted mama.
champs. I can't do shit with them.
Don't back up too far, you're just gonna aggro more mobs out there.
Yeah, between those champs, that Doom Reaper, that's a tough spot.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate the discussion because I've never quite understood what makes something cheese. But I understand that I like playing within the
Boom.
confines
I'll
of
bring
the
you up.
rules, I guess, because that makes it fun.
I'm good to read.
Well, I think that's the
Thank
best
you.
way to try to take advantage of the fun, is if you can do that, you know, stay within the what was intended with it, or whatever. But
Yeah.
Mama, come to me, get the res, and then, or do that.
Oh, wait. Where are you? Okay.
Closer to the end. The Doom's going home.
Thank you.
get ready for ace.
I can try to freeze cleave those guys.
I need to rebuff first.
Yeah, the hero's soul is death warded, but the other is not.
Alright, let's pull him over. Flame broiled caster. Doomy Reaper.
Remnant back here.
Yeah, remnants all the way back.
Got champ caster
Give
in
it,
here.
Zyax.
already.
He wasn't even a Reaper
The
mob.
chest.
Don't forget that there's water elementals that we have to fight, unless we just don't want the chest.
I want the chest. There's a token in there.
23 minutes, ouch. Here we go.
Another token.